Shahab ad-Dīn Yahya ibn Habash Suhrawardi was a Persian philosopher and founder of the Iranian school of Illuminationism, an important school in Islamic philosophy and mysticism that drew upon Zoroastrian and Platonic ideas. The light in his philosophy of illumination is a divine and metaphysical source of knowledge. He is referred to by the honorific title Shaikh al-ʿIshraq, Master of Illumination, and Shaikh al-Maqtul, the Murdered Master, in reference to his execution for heresy. Mulla Sadra, the Persian sage of the Safavid era, described Suhrawardi as the reviver of the traces of the Pahlavi, Iranian, sages, and Suhrawardi, in his magnum opus The Philosophy of Illumination, thought of himself as a reviver or resuscitator of the ancient tradition of Persian wisdom. Suhraward is a village located between the present-day towns of Zanjan and Bijar Garrus in Iran, where Suhrawardi was born in 1154. He learned wisdom and jurisprudence in Maragheh, located today in the East Azerbaijan province of Iran. His teacher was Majd al-Janjili, who was also Imam Fakhr Razi's teacher. He then went to Iraq and Syria for several years and developed his knowledge while he was there. His life spanned a period of less than 40 years, during which he produced a series of works that established him as the founder of a new school of philosophy, called Illuminism, Hikmat al-ʿIshraq. According to Henry Corbin, Suhrawardi came later to be called the Master of Illumination, Shaikh al-ʿIshraq, because his great aim was the renaissance of ancient Iranian wisdom, which Corbin specifies in various ways as the project of reviving the philosophy of ancient Persia. In 1186, at the age of 32, he completed his magnum opus, The Philosophy of Illumination. There are several contradictory reports of his death. The most commonly held view is that he was executed sometime between 1191 and 1208 in Aleppo on charges of cultivating Batini teachings and philosophy, by the order of al-Malik al-Sahir, son of Saladin. Other traditions hold that he starved himself to death, others tell that he was suffocated or thrown from the wall of the fortress, then burned. Teachings, arising out of peripatetic philosophy as developed by Ibn Sina, Avicenna, Suhrawardi's Illuminationist philosophy is critical of several of Ibn Sina's positions and radically departs from him in creating a symbolic language, mainly derived from ancient Iranian culture or Farhang-e Khosravani, to give expression to his wisdom, hikmah. Suhrawardi taught a complex and profound emanationist cosmology, in which all creation is a successive outflow from the original supreme light of lights, Nur al-Anwar. The fundamental of his philosophy is pure immaterial light, where nothing is manifest, and which unfolds from the light of lights in a descending order of ever-diminishing intensity and, through complex interaction, gives rise to a horizontal array of lights, similar in conception to Platonic forms, that governs mundane reality. In other words, the universe and all levels of existence are but varying degrees of light and darkness. In his division of bodies, he categorizes objects in terms of their reception or non-reception of light. Suhrawardi considers a previous existence for every soul in the angelic realm before its descent to the realm of the body. The soul is divided into two parts, one remains in heaven and the other descends into the dungeon of the body. The human soul is always sad because it has been divorced from its other half. Therefore, it aspires to become reunited with it. The soul can only reach felicity again when it is united with its celestial part, which has remained in heaven. He holds that the soul should seek felicity by detaching itself from its tenebrous body and worldly matters and access the world of immaterial lights. The souls of the Gnostics and saints, after leaving the body, ascend even above the angelic world to enjoy proximity to the Supreme Light, which is the only absolute reality. Suhrawardi elaborated the Neoplatonic idea of an independent intermediary world, the imaginal world. His views have exerted a powerful influence down to this day, particularly through Mulla Sadra's combined peripatetic and illuminationist description of reality. Influence: Suhrawardi's Illuminationist project was to have far-reaching consequences for Islamic philosophy and Shiite Iran. His teachings had a strong influence on subsequent esoteric Iranian thought, and the idea of decisive necessity is believed to be one of the most important innovations in the history of logical philosophical speculation, stressed by the majority of Muslim logicians and philosophers. In the 17th century, it was to initiate an Illuminationist Zoroastrian revival in the figure of the 16th century sage Zarkhavan.